everyone, welcome back to another video on my channel. So today, just ignore the fact that these practice tips are white. It's just because they're the only ones that I've got left at the moment. I am waiting for another delivery of the other ones, but just ignore that. We're going to be painting them over them anyway. So today I wanted to do a video based on this plate. I absolutely love it. So this is the Nicole Diary L17 plate, and it's just this, like, I don't really know how to explain it, but I absolutely love it. So I just thought I'd do a set based on that. So I'm going to be using Pillow Talk as my base colour for the nails, which is this beautiful nude colour. And then I'm going to be using Sherbet Lemon, which is a beautiful bright yellow. And then for the stamping, I will be using the Moira Black Stamping Polish. I don't think it's got a name. Oh yeah, it is literally just called Black, which is SP06. And then I'll be using a Moira scraper and my clear jelly stamper stamper. I don't usually use the clear jelly stamper one. I need to stop trying to talk so quick, but today, because I'm doing large nails, it's just useful. So I'm just going to make sure that I've got nothing on these nails that's going to have an effect on my base colour. And then just quickly off camera, I am just going to paint them all the base colour, because obviously, well, I don't really, there's no point you really sat watching me just paint them. So I'm going to go in with Pillow Talk. I'll just show you it on one nail first, just to make sure that it's clean. So I'm just going with Pillow Talk, like I said, as my base. I'm going to be using 2 coats of it, but the coverage is absolutely brilliant. Obviously there's white under here as well, which is pretty helpful with coverage, but yeah, it is a really good coverage. It is from Gel Perfection, of course, which you can get from Diamond Glitters. And yeah, it's one of my most popular nudes at the moment. Everybody is loving it. It's so neutral. It just suits everybody. It's a beautiful colour. So that is just 1 coat of Pillow Talk. To be honest, I might even just do 1 coat, I'm not sure yet, but I'm just going to do that on all 5 nails, then we can come back to design them. Okay, so that's the base colour done for all of the nails. I'm just going to go over now with some IPA, some isopropyl alcohol, and just wipe them over, because I find it much easier, like I've mentioned lots of times before, to do nail art on a matte, or well, not necessarily, it doesn't have to be matte, but I just find it easier to do it on a background that's not slippy, basically, because then you're, especially from doing line work and stuff like that, because then it's a lot less likely to move around and slide all over the place while you're painting another nail and so on. So I'm just giving them all a wipe. This colour is absolutely beautiful. I'm not really a neutral colour type of person, but this is really beautiful. I love this one. And then once I finish wiping them, we're going to get straight in with Sherbet Lemon. Is it Sherbet Lemon or Lemon Sherbet? Yeah, Sherbet Lemon. And we're going to create some shapes and lines and that sort of thing as a base for where our stamping will go. So some nails I'm going to do with a nail art brush. Some of them I'm going to do with just the brush that comes in the bottle. So I'm going to be using Erin's nail art brushes. Just find the ones that I need. That's one. The one that I want is never ever at the top. Never ever. So these are the 2 that I'm going to be using. So we've got Erin's Favourite, which is a long striper, and then we've got Bestie, which is a shorter one. I'm going to be using a mixture of the 2, so I'm just going to pop my gel polish that I'm using on my palette. So the first nail is going to be a long like straight line down the middle. So I'm using my Erin's Favourite brush for this one, because it makes long straight lines super easy. So I'm just going to go straight down the middle. I want it quite wide, so I'm not too bothered about getting it like dead central at first, but and then just gonna build it up to a wider line. So I'm using the whole brush to do this line. And then I'm going to go in the other side and make that side a bit wider as well. I do want it quite a lot wider than I've done it, to be honest. I really, really love, like, I'm loving minimal yellow at the moment. Like, I'm not really like a full 10 nails yellow type of person, but I reckon I could cope with having this sort of design where you've got like some flashes of yellow in alongside a nice neutral colour. So I'm just going to have a look at it and see what I need to do to make it central. Getting things centred is really not my strong point. I'm almost like talking to you and holding my breath while I'm doing these lines. It's very dramatic, but I find it much easier to do it when I'm not talking, but I want to be able to talk you through it as well. This is the problem with the nails with the pointy tips, is that you can always, well, it's not a problem, I suppose it's a good thing really, but you can always see when it's wonky because the tip at the bottom will be a bit different. But okay, I'm going to stick with that. That's close enough for me. I'm happy with that. So that's nail number 1. I'm going to pop that straight into the lamp so I can't mess it up by accident. Next up, I'm going to do this one with the brush from the bottle, but then I will just touch it up with the Bestie brush as well, because I'm going to be doing some like random shapes that we want nice straight lines. So I'm just going to basically like fill in the middle bit sort of thing first. And then I will go in with the brush. But I'm sorry if you can hear like background noise and stuff. The neighbours are doing something with their garden. I have no idea what, but it's really noisy, and you can probably hear birds tweeting as well, but they're out the back garden and annoyingly I can't do anything about it. It's a sweet noise when you're just sat on your own and you want a bit of peace and quiet, and you know, they're just tweeting away. It's quite cute, but then when you want quiet for a video, it's a bit annoying, but there you go. Not really a lot I can do about it. So I'm going to pop this one into the lamp as well now, and then I will do a second coat of this one as well, but I won't do it on camera because obviously it'll just be the exact same way that I've done this one. Just making sure it's relatively even and there isn't anywhere that's got way too much polish that's going to bubble in the lamp. Oh gosh, let's make a new line now, just muddled that up a bit. There we go, perfect. So I'm just going to pop that one in the lamp. So next up, I'm going to do a different type of shape. So I'm going to start here, bring it down to about there, and then pull it to the side. And then all this side bit is going to be yellow. So I'm just going to get my bottle brush for that bit, just because it's much quicker to fill in a big gap with a brush like this. Obviously had to just mess it up a bit, didn't I? It's fine. Just going to tidy up that line at the bottom. I'm using the Bestie brush now. Obviously, if this was on an actual person, I wouldn't be able to keep twisting it around and all that sort of stuff, but you just adapt it to how you can do it on a person. So I'm going to pop that in the lamp. Okay, so I did the other two off camera just because they're pretty similar, same sort of way that I've done them. So the other one that's in the lamp at the moment is just the same as this one, because I really liked how that one looked. So I just need to figure out now which like image I'm going to put where. I think I really like these sorts of things here that have got like lines and images, like these sorts of things. I really, really like those. Let's have a look. So I think I'm going to go with that sort of thing. I like these ones as well. So So I think I'm going to use these ones mainly, just because I think they're really cute. I'm quite into those. So first of all, before I do anything, I'm just going to take off the tacky layer of the yellow, because obviously the Pillow Talk layers don't have the tacky layer on, because I removed those to be able to do the yellow. So I'm just going to take it off the yellow as well, so my stamping will stick better. And then we can get right into adding some detail. So like I showed you at the beginning, I'm going to be using black for this design. You could also do white, I think that would look really good, but I want to use black because I think it will show up best on the yellow and obviously the other colour as well. I think that'll go better. So I'm just going to rearrange my phone. So I'm going to do one at a time, obviously, because with stamping we need to work relatively quickly. So I think we've got 6 different images here. I think I'm going to not use this one. I'm going to use these 5. I really like these. They're very different and I like that. It's good to be different. So I'm going to go in with my stamping polish. It doesn't have to be a stamping polish, you can use normal polish. If it's a real good pigmented one, then normal polish can work really well, but it just takes a little bit longer to set, which is obviously a good thing for some people, but it's it can be pretty annoying as well. Like if you want it to set pretty quick and it's taken ages, it's not ideal. So I'm then just going to get my lint roller ready to clean my stamper, and I'm going to go ahead and place that there. I really like that, very different, and like I said, I love different. So that's that one. I'm thinking I might even do the other one the same, or actually no, I think I'm going to do the other one that's like relatively similar to that one. I'm going to do the other one that's got a straight line down it, the same almost, but I'm going to do this one because it's still lines. It's really annoying to be able to keep my phone focused with stamping, because obviously I'm using both hands. I can't keep using one hand to like focus it, which is really annoying, but I'm just using a lint roller to roll my stamper on. Don't ever put any liquids on this. I do still see people saying like, oh yeah, and just wipe it with this or wet it with that and wash it with liquid and all this, but okay, fair enough if it works for you. I don't know how you've managed to get it to work, but that's fine. I don't recommend it. It's very easy to ruin your stampers like that. So pop that one there. So cute, I love it. And then I'm going to go in with this one next. So I'm just wiping my stamper again, because even though I can't see any polish on it, there might be a bit of dust or hair or absolutely anything that could stick to it that will interfere with the stamping. So just make sure every time that it is totally clean. And then for this one, I think I'm going to go in with this one here. See what this one looks like. So I'm just popping a bit of polish on, wipe it off. Don't wipe too hard, else you'll take away too much polish, but then if you don't wipe hard enough, you'll leave on too much. And I'm just going to place this there. Beautiful. And if you do get a little bit somewhere where you don't want it, like I have, you can just go in. I use these that are lipstick applicators. Get a bit of acetone on there and just wipe it away. Super easy. And then it's nice and clean. So for this next one, I'm going to use, if you want more in-depth information on how to stamp and stuff, then definitely check out our previous videos. I do go more into detail in those. This is obviously just a real quick design, so I don't want it to be too long. But I do have videos on my channel of how to do stamping. So once I've done that, and then just going to go in again, use my nose to get it to focus. I'm just going to do So that is what happens when you leave it for too long. Luckily I've managed to stick it back down. I don't know whether you saw that, but it lifted and it wasn't quite unattached from here, but that's because I left it long, and then the polish was obviously drying as I was waiting to see where to put it, and then it makes a bit of an issue when you want to place it because it's too dry, so it won't transfer as easily. So that's what that is. Bit of troubleshooting. Then the last image is this one. I'm not really bothered about that not being full, so I'm not going to worry too much about that. I'm just going to place this here, I think. There we go. And this is what they look like. I think they look really, really cute actually. I really, really like them. I just need to figure out now whether I want to do them glossy or matte. I think I might do matte, you know. I do like this sort of design matte. So I might do that, I think. So I'm just going to get rid of everything I've just used to stamp with. I'm going to get my matte top coat from Diamond Glitters, which is, they do Make It Matte and Make It Velvet, but my favourite is Make It Velvet, so I'm going to use that one. I love a velvet top coat, and I don't use it very often, so it's nice to get some use out of it finally. So I'm just going to top coat with Make It Velvet. If I was using a glossy top coat to top coat stamping, I do use Super Gloss, just because it is a rubber top coat, so it's a little bit thicker than Diamond Gloss, so it does work better at like sort of encapsulating the stamping. You can always base coat then top coat, or double top coat with a tacky top coat, or like top coat with a tacky top coat and then go over the top with a no wipe after. Just a real seal in that stamping, because obviously if your top coat does wear off over time, it then means that your stamping isn't protected. So it's nice to either have a thicker layer or double layer to keep it nice and, well, protected basically. So I'm just making sure that absolutely everywhere is covered, because obviously if I miss a bit with Make It Velvet, it's a lot more obvious than it would be if I missed a bit with gloss. So I'm just making sure to really float it over and make sure that everywhere is totally covered. Got a little hair down here. I'm going to get that off. And then when we put it in the lamp and it comes back out, we will see the magic happen. It will turn to matte. So I do quite like it where you can see, like, because matte top coat and velvet top coat and stuff doesn't actually go on matte, you can see what it looks like glossy. Like when you first put it on, it's quite glossy, so you could see what it would look like that way, but then when it comes out the lamp it'll be nice and matte. I don't know what is going on with this nail in particular, but it seems to be hairy, which is super annoying. But anyway, I am going to just quickly top coat them all off camera, and then I'll come back when it's done, because I'm faffing about a lot, and then you can see what they look like when they're shiny like this, and then when they come out of the lamp when they're matte. Okay, so they're all top coated now. Obviously I've not put it in the lamp yet. This is what they would look like if they were shiny. I really, really love them. And then I'm going to pop them in the lamp, and then we can see what they look like matte afterwards. So here we are. This is what they look like all finished and matte. I'm really glad I went for matte. I think they look really effective like that. I love the contrast of the yellow and the black as well. I'm really, really happy with how they turned out. I hope you like them too. Thank you so much for watching as always, and I'll be back really soon with another video. Bye!